Hello, Marvel Legends fans. Hello, Hasbro Pulse fans. Welcome to yet another Fan First Friday. For those of you who tuned in earlier today for Transformers, Ghostbusters, and Star Wars, thanks for sticking with us and joining us here for Marvel. We just saw some great Star Wars Clone Wars Episode 7 reveals. So, of course, you know that we have to bring the excitement with some great Legends reveals and news as well. You know, it's been a couple of months since we were last with you at PulseCon. Since then, we've got some new digs. We're enjoying the new Pulse YouTube platform. So happy to be with you here today. I am Ryan. I am with the Marvel Legends marketing team, and I'm joined by Dwight from product design.
Hey guys, good to see you again.
And Dan, also in marketing.
Yo, what's up, guys? Good to always be with you guys.
Since PulseCon, we've had a bunch of new Legends reveals, but we're not going to recap everything. What we're going to do is hit some highlights of items that are actually currently available on Pulse, go a little bit in depth on that, and why we think you should be excited for them. So we've got a couple of great Legends gear premium roleplay items, and Dan is going to bring all the energy and enthusiasm to get you hyped up for these.
Yeah, guys, be hyped. This year, we've had some awesome War Machine stuff. So one of my top 10 figures of the year is this guy, War Machine. Dwight, shout out to you. But not only do we have the figure, this year we have announced and just launched that War Machine Premium Roleplay helmet. And I know people like videos more than me talking, so let's just go to the videotape. Hit it, guys. As usual, you know, the premium roleplay stuff has that premium deco, and it's available at Hasbro Pulse right now, so go ahead and pre-order that. But I'll be honest, my favorite premium roleplay item from this year was the Stormbreaker. So let's look at that item right now. I know everybody's asking if the Stormbreaker comes with the model. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with the model. But Dwight, can you tell us again how big Stormbreaker is in terms of inches, and how heavy is it? It looks huge, man.
It's got some heft to it, for sure. It's not overly, it's not too heavy to wield and have fun. It does have an accelerometer inside of it. So as you saw in the demo video, when you shake, once the Stormbreaker is activated, when you shake it and swing it around, you'll get different sound effects dependent on what you're doing and what motion you're activating it with. I believe it's over 40 inches long. Ryan probably knows better than I the actual spec. I don't have one in front of me with the box to re-educate myself. Too many items have flown through my head this year for me to remember all the specifics, but it's 40 inches plus. It's massive. It's got some really cool storm LED effects in the hammer and blade end of the weapon, and it should be a lot of fun. It does look amazing on your shelf, even not activated, just as a topic of discussion. But really, really cool item. Super happy that we got to make it. It looks great paired with Mjolnir there, and I think it's going to look awesome on your collector shelves or mantles as well.
Yeah, Dan, it's 44 inches long.
That's right. 44. It's both those are available today at Hasbro Pulse. So go pre-order and get those today right now. Ryan, I think there's something that's truly exclusive only to Hasbro Pulse, though. Marvel Legends Retro 375, right? You're gonna talk about those?
That's right. It's something that I'm super passionate about. It is exclusive to Pulse this year before going mainline in 2021. But of course, this is Marvel Legends Retro 3.75. And we understand that this is maybe not up some of the alley of the 6-inch Legends collectors, but for anyone like myself who loves the nostalgic aspect of retro figures or who loves comic art and just loves these characters, this is a great line, and we're so excited to get started on it. So in addition to those awesome collectible shipper boxes, these are 2-packs again. You see right now on screen, we have the individual carded figures. Reminder, they come to you unpunched. You can punch them if you want or leave them, mint on card, as I am advertising on my Hasbro Pulse t-shirt here. But what's great about these, right? Plus points of articulation, amazing art by our friend John Tyler Christopher. Go follow him on Instagram. And just wanted to clear up some questions around the foil 2-pack, which we're going to take a look at now. So when you go to the Pulse, you're going to be pre-ordering these. They're going to ship later in December. And what's really special about this foil 2-pack is that the cards are completely foiled out and reflective, also unpunched. But these figures have amazing metallic deco on them as well. And this is available when you order a complete set. So if you order a complete set of all 4 2-packs, you're guaranteed each, including this metallic Black Panther and Iron Man set. And these metallic versions on the foil cards will only be available on Pulse. They will not be anywhere else. So a special treat for all of our amazing Hasbro Pulse fans. So again, give this retro line a try. I highly recommend it. Once you get the figures in your hands and you can hold on to that 6x9-inch blister card that is so familiar to us all, we think you're going to love it. So that's my plug for retro. Check out Pixel Dan's video. He did an interview with Steve, Tony, and myself, and had an unboxing video as well. So if you're more curious on how the figures look out of the box, go check those out. I have them here on my display shelf behind me. And here are the metallic Black Panther and Iron Man. All right, so let's move on to what you're all here for. We know this morning is some reveals, and we're going to begin with the Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man Wave 1 for 2021. This wave is going to be up for pre-order in its entirety later today. And so let's just jump right in. For the first figure, we have, of course, Miles. And what's great about this is two head sculpts, which we alluded to at PulseCon. Dwight, what was the most fun about working on such a unique design for this character? Kind of unlike any other Miles to this point for us.
Yeah, Miles is absolutely awesome. He's got some really cool design elements to his costume with his shorts and his hoodie and jacket. He also has our new Invisipin technology in his legs. His legs are super thin, but because of this way that we're doing the joints now on a lot of figures going forward, they're still really, really sturdy and strong. So you won't get any of that bendy, wobbly knees that you have on some of your older figures. You can see him here. You get him into all the cool spider poses you want. He's got a double torso kind of articulation. He's got the standard ab crunch, but then his lower belly to belt articulation also rotates left to right, as well as some extra bend forward. So you'll be able to get Miles into a lot of really cool spider poses. And as you see, he comes with both of his heads, masked and unmasked version. These also have our photoreal deco on the faces. So this is the first time we've taken that lifelike deco treatment and put it onto animated figures. So we think it absolutely looks fantastic. Hopefully you guys will love it as well. And that's Miles.
All right, so then next up, we had a quick look at her at PulseCon, but this will be Gwen Stacy, the Spider-Verse version of her, along with a special friend packed out. So this is the final inbox shot of Gwen. Again, with that great photo real deco, as Dwight mentioned, we can take a closer look. The dynamic duo here, and then we have a zoomed in look at the head here. That looks great.
Both of the heads for this one are new. We did a Spider-Gwen a couple of years ago, but this one was based off of scrap from the film, so much more authentic human face. The last time it wasn't actually a theatrical version. It was just the classic Gwen just redecoed. So this time you have a film-accurate head, a film-accurate mask and hood. Her ballet slippers with the laces are all sculpted on, which is, it's always cool when you can do those extra little details. You know, sometimes we have to just paint things on that aren't really there. And you guys always understand why and how we get to that, which is great. But when we have the opportunity to do it from scratch and do it correct or as more authentic, is also awesome. So she has a new chest, new legs. The Spider-Ham is all new. We've done him once before, but not the version from the show. So he's just a slug body with a ball for his head, so he can get a little bit of movement out of his neck. And he's into scale with her and with Miles from the movie.
We just shot a diorama set of photos for this wave, and there is an asset which isn't finished yet, but it's Spider-Ham like tilting his head, peeking out behind something. So that's actually a good point of articulation. That'll help in your displays. So we saw those two characters at PulseCon. There are two more animated movie figures in this wave, which will be new today. So first up here is one of the villains of the film in Prowler. Let's take a look at him in pack. Very faithful to the movie. And a closer look here with really intricate kind of gauntlet pieces and boot pieces, which appear to be all new to me, right, Dwight?
Yeah, new boots, new gloves. He's got a lot of deco on him. He had a two-tone costume from like a dark purple to a dark kind of teal blue-green. New head, new cape. Lots of parts to bring this guy to life. He was fun to work on as well. He was so cool in the film. And I love that sound effect they gave to him whenever he came on screen. That kind of a groan scream was a really, really cool effect that I thought was a real cool extra level to this character. So it was awesome to get to tackle him in plastic form as well. So now you got a bad guy for the heroes to go up against.
And speaking of heroes, we have Miles' mentor in the film. A different version of Spider-Man than I think we were all expecting, but a really hilarious, fun version. This is Peter B. Parker. Let's take a closer look at him. He's got the mask up, half mask, kind of face there, with mixed match shoes, which I thought was a hilarious touch, Dwight, to put in. And I think he's borrowing from your fashion, from your closet. I think you have a jacket or two like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's nice to see when the studio takes a lead off of me and designs a Spider-Man that looks like me for the on-screen. Because I'm totally sure that's what they were thinking. Unshaven, mussied hair, army jacket. All the work. So he turned out great. He comes with his little soda cup from the film when he was eating the burger with Miles in the restaurant. Like they said, the alternate shoes. He's got web hands. He's got a half-mast head. Hopefully we'll get to do more versions of him in the future. But this is actually probably this is easily one of my top 10 figures for the year. I think he turned out absolutely fantastic and should be a lot of fun and way different than any Spider-Man you have already, which is another awesome thing about the depth of Marvel. After all these years making all these characters, to still get to surprise and delight the team as well as our fans with doing a character or a version of a character that is very different than anything you've seen before. So kudos to all involved.
That's right. We do a lot of Spider-Man with items every year. So I think it's really cool when we can lean into the specific animated movie aesthetic with, the really thin legs, the Peter, his head is like very, very narrow, just like it is in the film. So really cool to get those faithful designs on your shelves. So the next figure is a troop builder, if you will. It is the Hand Ninja, which you saw at PulseCon. Here's a look of the figure. He comes with several weapons accessories for your various ninja battling poses here. And then Dwight, remind everyone that what comes with for the Build-A-Figure in this wave.
The Hand Ninja will come with a couple of accessories, the swords and the commas, but he also comes with the leg extender piece for Stilt-Man. So if you buy a ninja and you buy one set, you can create a 7-8 inch Stilt-Man figure. But the more ninjas you buy, the more leg extension pieces you get, allowing you to make the largest Marvel Legends action figure ever. You can make this guy 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet tall, whatever you need to do. After like 3 segment heights, you will need to be more creative on how you support him, because the weight of the figure under the stilts will get a little bit wobbly on you. But you can have a lot of fun for your dioramas and for your photography with this absolutely silly and ridiculous spider villain.
Yeah, no. How many hand ninjas did it take to build your Stilt-Man at Paul's Gone? Be honest, man.
Oh, how many leg pieces were that? I see. Now you're asking me to remember something that happened a month ago. You know, I'm not that smart. I can't. I don't retain that information in my head. But I'll find out the information and I'll post it up somewhere for you. I just have to relook at it. All the bits and pieces are still laying on the walls and floors of my office back at work.
Dan, you got to start a hashtag Stilt-Man challenge when this wave is out, and we want to see people sending us pics of their really tall Stilt-Mans and see who can be the champion out there. So the sixth figure in this wave is a new character reveal, first time in the Legends line, a quirky, fun little guy. He is, of course, Frogman. Let's take a look at him here.
Yeah, we love getting you guys the first times in the lines, and we thought this was a great candidate. He's built off of the Doc Ock body, so you know the overall proportions of this guy. He's, absolutely ridiculous. He's got his flipper feet with the springs for a hopping. He's got his backpack. He's got that cool face kind of hidden in the shadows inside of his mask. I believe he comes with alternate hands as well. And he's just fun and silly. There's some great characters that are like really threatening and massively powerful in the Marvel universe, and then you have some of those morts that are just absolutely ridiculous and goofy. And we love to celebrate all of those in the Legends line, and it was great to have an opportunity to bring out this type of weird and zany character for the first time, to add a brand new villain for your shelf.
And he'll pair well with the White Rabbit figure from last year, I believe. Yep. So yeah, let's take a closer look at Stilt-Man. We've got some final shots of him here. This is just with one leg segment, I believe. So he could go much bigger than what we'll look at. So we've got a couple of shots of him, and then something we didn't show during PulseCon. You see him; he's got some closed fists, but he also has some open hands, and he comes with two accessories to carry. Dwight, what are those?
Yeah, he'll come with a blaster and a briefcase. And we actually sculpted a few multiple different insides for the briefcase. We're not going to tell you which one we chose for this version of the character, but he's got some stuff inside of his case. He's got a blaster. I don't know why he was just always in so many images of him in the comics. You always see him. I don't know if he's brought the lunch case or the briefcase with him, or if he has stolen it from somebody. But you always see him running around at ridiculous heights carrying a briefcase in his hand. So we thought it was a really kind of a fun detail to add to this character.
So that's going to be a fun reveal when you see what is inside Stilt-Man's briefcase. What could it be? Okay, so yeah, that's the Spider-Man wave. As a reminder, this will be available up for pre-order today, Friday, November 13th, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it's not up immediately at 1, just be a little patient. It'll get there eventually. You know how these pre-orders work. But great 6 figures. Really looking forward to it. There you have it. Spider-Man Wave 1 for 2021. So let's move on to the other one that we are pre-ordering later today. It is the Deluxe comic-inspired Thanos figure from the original Infinity Gauntlet story arc. It's an anniversary year for this story as well. So you see he comes with a snapping hand as well as an alternate open hand. Dwight, how is this Thanos figure, again, different from the various other Build-A-Figures and reissues that have been done recently?
This is 100% new. This Thanos is based off of the Infinity Gauntlet trade. So it's a classic version of Thanos, which is something we have not tackled on Legends. We did a more modern version a couple years back as a Build-A-Figure for one of the Avengers lines, but we have not done the first kind of most iconic classic look for him. So that's what you're going to get this time out. He comes with some cool alternate parts too. He has the Infinity Gauntlet hand as well as bare hands. And we threw in a fun little Easter egg accessory for this version as well, which has the King Thanos head. So it fits, the colors match this version, so you can snap it onto this body. Or if you do have the previous modern Thanos, you can slap the King Thanos head onto that form as well, to be a little bit more comic accurate to how he was in the books for the Thanos, the end books that were out a couple years back. So cool little Easter eggs, some fun little parts, alternate hands, and an all new, fully articulated Thanos figure.
So let's take a look at the impact shot of Thanos with all the accessories that he comes with. And this item will be available as well for pre-order starting later today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know the drill. And what's really great about this Thanos item is we worked with some fantastic artists. Here is a diorama shot that you can create yourself thanks to Anthony's handiwork. So so here's a look at the insert first. So once you take your Thanos out of the box, you can save the insert you see here, and it is a custom illustration of the Thanos throne. And this is done by our friend Anthony Petrie. He's a fantastic artist. He does a lot of movie and comic art. So give him a follow at Zombie Bacons. But you get that cardboard insert, which I can show you here on screen. When you have your Thanos here, you will open it up as you do. You will remove your awesome Thanos figure, but normally the insert is just kind of a drop that you might immediately, recycle. But this one you might want to keep because it is the full art here for Thanos. So go save that and use them in your displays. Thanks again to Anthony for helping us out with that piece of art. And now Dan is going to take us through one of the team's collective favorite topics, and that of course being X-Men. So take it away, Dan.
Yeah, our team loves X-Men, and you guys know this already. And at PulseCon this year, we are revealed that we're going to be doing a House of X Powers of 10 wave. So at PulseCon, we revealed Professor X, Magneto, and Moira McTaggart, right? So today, in this live stream, we're going to be revealing the rest of the characters in the wave. And if you see right now, we're showing the first issue, that cover issue of House of X 1. And we're really pleased to announce that all the ACBA community can have the opportunity to really recreate this cover photo, because all of the characters in this cover is going to be in this House of X Powers of 10 wave. So let's start off with the first character, which is obviously the leader, Cyclops. I personally love Cyclops. But taking a look at this Cyclops here, I think there are a couple of new pieces to Cyclops, right?
Yeah, this Cyclops is on the Bucky base body that you've seen many times, but he comes with new bracers that match his look from the comics, belt, and some and an alternate head, so you can have him with and without optic blast.
He looks amazing, but I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be an X-Men wave without our favorite Wolverine, Logan, right? And I think in this one, not only is he designed off of the House of X look, he comes with Ryan's favorite claw, right, Dwight?
Yeah, he's got those big meat cleaver claws this time out. They're the real thick, chunky ones that came with the X-Force Wolverine. So it's the same body as X-Force with the two new, or with the new likeness for his head. And he has the hands with the giant, big, thick claws.
And of course, we can't talk about, Logan and Scott without, that love triangle, right? So this year in this wave, we are having a Marvel Girl look for Jean Grey. I think, Dwight, the last Marvel Girl or Jean in this look was in a 2-pack long ago, right? Even before when I was on this team, right?
Yeah, we don't like talking about those eras and years. There were some bad times back then. I was going through some stuff. My pants weren't fitting quite right. I could never find 2 matching shoes. So some of the things that I was working on back then just didn't quite hold up to where we're at today. So it's really nice to revisit some of those characters, specifically Jean in this instance, and get to do a much more impressive and awesome version of her. You guys know how much I love her anyways. So I think this is a really, really massive improvement over where we were way back in those early years. and she looks absolutely fantastic. And she'll come with some fun stuff that we'll talk about a little bit later as well.
Yeah, my bad, Dwight. I didn't mean to bring bad memories, you know? To round out the last character within this wave, we wanted to really, we can't just give good guys to this wave, right? So we got to have a baddie. And this year, we released Nimrod in sort of that House of X look too. And if you've read the comics, you would know somebody that works closely with Nimrod in the comics is Omega Sentinel. Dwight, what'd you think about working on Omega Sentinel?
She was cool. Once again, it's always exciting when you can do a character from scratch, and that's what we did for Omega Sentinel. So she was built from ground up. Her look in the comics is really striking with her whites and her silvers and with her red kind of face. So I think she turned out awesome. She'll also get some fun little bits and pieces that allow you to do more with this character. If you know more about her from lore as well, not just from the House of X books. So I think I think she'll look awesome on your shelf as well. And yeah, it's always cool and fun to bring in some more bad guys. So I think she's going to look great right alongside Nimrod. And ultimately, if you were one of those who bought the HasLab Sentinel, all that story goes together. So she'll look great on your shelf with all that stuff.
Yeah, so that is the entire House of 10 or House of X Powers of 10 wave. But we're gonna save that build figure for another day. But since we're talking about bad guys, Ryan, why don't you talk about that Bring On the Bad Guys wave that we discussed at PulseCon?
Oh, now you have me wondering who the Build-A-Figure for that X-Men wave could possibly be. Guess we'll have to wait for our next event. But yes, so regarding Bring On the Bad Guys, this was a fun all-villain wave we announced at PulseCon, inspired by these old trades. We revealed Dormammu and Arcade back at PulseCon, and we were thinking, we wanted to reveal one new figure today. What should it be? So we thought, what's a villainous organization that is really big in the comics? It's big in the Avengers video game, of course. AIM here, and you see standing tall in the middle there, is a character who you will go great with your troop builders. Speaking of AIM, we have the AIM soldier, AIM trooper rather, up available on Pulse right now. So go get your army if you haven't done so. The next character we reveal, you're going to want even more AIM troopers here, and that is, of course, the Scientist Supreme right in the middle there. This is a fun character we've never done before, but he's the leader here. Dwight, talk him through this figure a little bit.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's in his yellows match the AIM troopers, but it's more of a gold. It's got a bit more of a metallic to it. So he really pops, stands off really, really well. He was inspired by that piece of art that we just showed with all the AIM soldiers and Yelena in it. So I think it's going to be a fun addition. Once again, new characters is so much fun because you just get to add more depth and breadth to your collection, and we love giving you guys those opportunities. I think this guy looks awesome. He's really cool armored character, which a lot of times armors just look fun anyways on your shelf. So an all yellow basic guy in yellow shiny armor, that's a win.
So there you have it, the third figure in the Bring On the Bad Guys wave. There's some heavy hitters still to come for that. Can't wait to share more with you guys in the future. And I kind of want to go out on a limb and say that the Build-A-Figure for that wave is one that you will not see coming. I certainly didn't see it coming. It was a great stroke of genius from Dwight and the team to do a deep pull to bring the Build-A-Figure out. So hyping that assortment up some more, and stay tuned for details on that. We wanted to close out today answering a few. What's that, Dwight?
It's all about balance, right? You got those big heavy hitters, then you got those deep cuts. So it all balances out just to make Thanos happy.
So let's wrap it up here today with some quick question and answers. The first question is, will there be more Pulse exclusive army builders? So we've had some great success this year already with the Hydra Soldier, the AIM Trooper, and now the Hellfire Guard that went perfectly with the Pulse One exclusive. We actually opened up a second run on the Hellfire Guard. He was so popular. So we are happy to announce that, yes, we're so happy that the fans embrace this idea. So there will be more troop building on the Pulse sometime in 2021. And the items that we are in development on, it's good to see that a lot of fans had a similar type idea. So some of the suggestions that are out there, we're probably working on at least some of them. So I'll throw it to Dan for the next question.
Yeah, so the second question is, will there be more themed waves such as House of X and Bring On the Bad Guys? So the answer in short is yes. But overall, we try to always balance between movie, comic, classic, video game, those type of things, because we have such a wide breadth of fans. So we kind of want to appease everyone. But most often we try to mix and balance those type of characters together. But that being said, we will be having more theme-based waves coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that. We do, like I said, we tried very hard even this year, with AOA to have a themed wave. The Deadpool wave is sort of loosely themed together. And we're so excited about what's going to be happening in the future. I'm personally very, very happy. I think my favorite wave of 2021 is going to be themed. So stay tuned for that.
All right. So yeah, any chance for figures based on non-MCU or non-Fox X-Men Legacy Marvel films? Good question. We were super excited to jump into the X universe this year and do the characters like Negasonic and Deadpool and all of the ones that you guys have out there right now to collect. And yeah, we would love for the opportunity to do more. There's lots of untapped potential in franchises like Ghost Rider or the Blade, there was a Blade trilogy, as well as other ones that existed in the past. So all of that stuff is fair game for us to explore when and if the time is right. But we also have to remember that we have so much awesome new content coming from Marvel every year. Just last night, we had a call with the studio, and they took us through so much stuff coming in the upcoming years that we are super excited to dive into, both theatrically as well as Disney Plus. So there's a lot of awesome new stuff coming. Marvel's going to continue to make piles of more awesome content through their streaming service as well as their movies. And we want to make sure that we are hitting all of those key beats that are very important to them going forward as well. So if there's ever a lull, if there's ever an anniversary or a reason or time to dive back into some of those other pieces from the past, we're totally open to it. We'd love to hear which of those pieces you guys are most excited to see more things from. But we're open to it. It's just a matter of kind of aligning the stars and finding the right timing, because we are going to be busy for the next, foreseeable future. I don't see Marvel or Disney letting up anytime soon. And the call last night was so eye-opening, and they are going into such awesome territories already. I think we've got plenty of things to keep us busy with for quite a long time.
Great answer. All right, so we'll close it out here. A shameless self-promotion plug. As you saw during PulseCon, we were also happy to be a part of the Marvel 616 docuseries that will be premiering on Disney Plus starting November 20th. 8 episodes, each by a different director and filmmaker, telling all sorts of stories spanning the Marvel universe. There is an episode all about Marvel toys. So go check that out. Make that the first episode you watch to check out, Dwight, Laura, myself, Dan, our friend Jesse Falcon from Marvel, and lots of others. If you've ever wondered, what the inside of that wonderful place called Hasbro is, where we make all the legends. So wanted to throw a plug out for our friends at Disney Plus, and looking forward to Marvel 616. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. I forgot to do this up front, but Black Cat fitting for Friday the 13th. So go pre-order her if you haven't already. And we did have one more hint. If we were paying attention earlier, we talked a lot about the AIM troopers, and we talked about the Scientist Supreme. But there is another character also very associated with you might be interested in. So we have just a little tease here, and we'll just kind of cut to black on this. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.